Hi, this is Neha Hinge and you're watching IndiaGlitz.com. Okay, Miss India was something which I always wanted to do since I was 5. When I saw Aishwarya Rai with that crown, I was like, oh my god, I want that crown. And but movie actually happened by chance. I always wanted to be a Miss India, and I always thought, of these stupid dreams that Rakesh Roshan will spot me somewhere when I'm drying my hair and he'll cast me opposite Hrithik Roshan and all. But I never thought about it as a profession. They were just, childhood dreams. When you're like in your teenagers, Kamara Pyare was a huge hit that time. But I never actually thought I'll be in this industry. But then what happened is when I won Miss India, I won a subtitle called as Bollywood Diva, and that was judged by Mr. Madhur Bhandarkar. And I was in my international pageant, and my director Joe Rajan happens to be a very good friend of Madhur Bhandarkar. So Joe was coming up with Luv U Soniyo, and he's like, I want a girl who's tall, who looks a little Punjabi. And Madhur said, this girl Neha Hinge, she just won Miss India, and I think she's apt for your role. You should check her out. So he googled my pictures, and the moment he saw me, he was so sure that I am Soniyo. I'm the first girl he actually saw for Soniyo. And after I came back from international pageant, he met me exactly for 15 minutes with my team. He's like, okay, this is the story, this is the hero, this is the heroine, so let's sign the contract. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, I'm very confident, I'm very convinced you are my Soniyo. So this is how I got my first film. I was a little dicey about getting into Bollywood. I was like, should I not? Because I'm a software engineer by profession. So, but my dad was like, people don't get such opportunities which are very nice. And the title of the film has your name. I mean, like, which newcomer is so blessed, and songs with 3 songs have your name in it. I think this is the project to go for. So, I just worked on Luv U Soniyo. I have never done any acting course before the movie, and I am completely from an off background. I'm from a family of engineers and doctors. So, it was unique because what happened is I did workshops directly for the movie. I prepared for the movie during the workshops to get a hold of Soniyo, how she's in personal life, how she reacts on certain situations and all. And she was very close to me. I am exactly how Soniyo is in real life because she's very cultured, she's very naive, and she's like very close to her mom and dad. And so am I. I always listen to them, and she does as well. She's a nerd in college. She'll participate in all the activities in college, and I was like that. I used to be a college captain, and then I was marketing head, I was this and that. So she's exactly me. So it was actually a little easy, but yes, acting is acting. It a lot of parts it involves where you have to like portray certain emotion in terms of acting. So for that we did workshops. So life is all about taking risks for me at least, and I don't think it's important to come out with a very famous co-star or with a very good production house. Yes, of course, it does add to a lot of to your portfolio. But the thing I personally believe is what character you play, what role you do. I think that should be the one which gives you recognition, and not that you are working with whom and which production house. I feel that Sonu is a character which will stay with you as a DDLJ Simran stayed with you, as Geet from Jab We Met stayed with you. I think the character has that much potential to stay with you for your life. And when you hear a script and this is the character of your life, then why won't you go and pick it up? I think it's a dream debut for any debutant to start with. Tanuj is a very sweet guy. I think we both thought that, he thought that I'm a Miss India, so I'll have this all snobbish attitude, and I thought he's a star son, so I don't know how he will be. But the first time we met each other, we felt so comfortable in the first go only because, we both are of the same age. So we gel around very well. We clicked in the first go, and it's very important to be very, to be comfortable with your co-actor, especially in your first film, because that translates on screen. And I think Tanuj and we are very good friends. That actually helped us a lot to help each other, and it shows in the movie very well. Every love story has a special thing in it. Every love story has its own essence in it. Now, this love story, Luv U Soniyo, will take you back to those innocent days. When we used to see DDLJ, when we saw Qayamat Se Qayamat Tak, when we see Jab We Met, when we see Hum Aapke Hain Kaun, there's a sweet innocence in the film which you can relate to. The love not only between the two characters, but with the family, with friends. I think we have somewhere down the line being successful in getting that flavor of that season again back in the film, and I think that's the USP of a film. Yes, first of all, I was not at all prepared for a lip lock. I actually told my director in the first meeting that I am not comfortable with kissing on screen and all and all. But with time, and you won't believe, my parents were more comfortable than me with a lip lock. And it's like, they said it's general thing, it happens every time and all. And you won't believe, before that scene, I was so nervous. And I called my mom that how am I supposed to do this? My mom is like, don't worry, it's your work, it's a profession, it's not something you're doing bad. It's something which you are doing as a part of your profession. And my mom was the one who actually, like, lifted me up for that scene. And even Tanuj was a little nervous at that time because it was our like first lip lock scene and all. It was a little difficult, you know. So then I was like, no, I have to do this very well. And I pulled all my confidence all together and I was like, no, I'll do it. And I think I'm more rocking in that scene than Tanuj. You know, people are nervous on their first day of shoot. There are a lot of butterflies in their stomach and all. For me, the first day of my shoot was the most confident day of my shoot. Because, you know, when I knew that I may feel a little awkward because acting is not something I thought of, or I'm facing the camera for the first time. But I was super confident the first day. I was like, I'll go and I'll rock the scene and come back. And I think I did a good job because my DOP, after my first scene was finished, told my director that, you know, she doesn't look like as if she's facing the camera for the first time. And I take it as a big compliment because I had my off days in shoot where I was feeling a little less confident and when I was actually nervous, but the first day was actually the best and the most confident day of my life. I don't have any particular do's and don'ts in movies. It's just that I mean, like, I want to do all kind of characters. For me, acting is all about exploring myself, going to new depths of knowing that what I can do with myself, with my expression, with my eyes, with my body, how all I can look. I want, you know, every director to treat me like a new baby when he makes a film. For example, if Imtiaz Ali is casting me in a film, I want him to treat me like a new baby and I want to be director's actor. However he wants to gel me, mold me in the character, he can do that. Same with Anurag Kashyap or a Madhur Bhandarkar or a Karan Johar. I just want that they should think Neha is a piece of clay we have and we can make anything we want out of her. Absolutely. I think I personally believe that one of my USPs is I can actually look different in all different ways. I mean, like, if you see my pictures also, they all come different in different looks. I am very sure that I'll look as comfortable if I'm doing even a role of a Kamwali bai with no makeup, just kaj and jhadu in my hand. I'll pull it off very well with the same grace and same way when I'll wear a lovely gown and I'll wear that crown on my head. I think I can do justice to both the looks. So I think that's something which I would like to explore as well. I don't want to typecast myself into anything. I think it's a wonderful year for love stories and I'm very happy that our movie is releasing at the time where love stories are at boom because it does give our movie a lift altogether. And I think love stories are something which have always been there from the very first film and they will always be there. Love is life. I'm sure that there is no movie in which there's not a love story. If it's not a love story, somewhere down the line everyone wants to see love on screen because that's something which we grow up with, which I've seen in all these years, all the love stories. They can never get old. Never.